Conor McGregor is launching a new revolutionary crypto coin, and for some reason Algorand is involved. We're going to dive into that today. Plus, FIFA NFTs having a really good resurgence in sales lately. XGov Council is now open for voting, and Nansen releases its first half-year report on Algorand. We are going to cover that all on today's Frugal BC. By the way, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, please hit that like and subscribe button. As I always say, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. It works just fine. Of course, if you want to smash it, fine by me. Also, we've got channel membership starting at only $1. So check that out in the main page, as well as let's give a shout out to our sponsors, non-fungible domains. By the way, guys, I love having that .algo address. It makes doing things in Algorand so much easier. They got vault segments, all that great stuff. So check them out in the link below. And we're brought to you by Marcus Aurelius. It's a Memecoin and NFT project on the Algorand blockchain, bringing the stoic wisdom to the people. I love it. I just got this mug from them the other day, which is pretty cool. A nice looking mug. And you can support them by checking out all that they got in the channel link below. It's spreading the stoic wisdom. I love it. But anyway, let's get to today's show. First let's just look at the Algorand price, because it's not so great, as you might imagine. Yeah, Algorand falling to about 16 cents, and just on where we are, as I predicted, we did have a big run up off of the bottom of that Bollinger Band. We're down to a little bit below 15 cents, I'd say. Hopped up all the way to 17, now falling just shy of just over 16 cents there. Kind of in the middle zone, so not really a trade opportunity. There was one here from what we can see, but we will see as the broader crypto market and frankly stock market and economic conditions are troubling. So let's stay tuned with that. Meanwhile, FIFA NFTs having a huge resurgence, huge surge of sales, which is really awesome. Why don't we take a look at this one here? This is directly from the Algorand Foundation. FIFA just sold 1.38 million worth of NFTs on the Algorand blockchain in under 3 hours. FIFA Collect drop features NFT tickets granting holders access to the 2025 Club World Cup and 2026 World Cup. So you can actually get NFT tickets now. Remember, we've covered how TravelX is minting tickets for airline tickets on the blockchain. Now FIFA is doing the same with its tickets with FIFA Collect. So when this first launched, I have to admit, I was one of the critics of this. I was like, wait a minute. Are they just like trying to make money off the Algorand community? Because I don't see them promoting this to the outside world, but this obviously is having, I'm not following the foundation. I swear I was. All right, I'm now. This is really developed well, and this is the kind of stuff, like they say, real adoption, real utility. I mean, that's what we're talking about, and that's why I think Algorand will be a good long-term hold, because it's actually being put to use in the real world. As you know, governance is changing a lot, and the new XGov Council is open for voting. Got a little bit from Adri, who was on our channel earlier. We got something for her about this, so why don't we take a look? So this is direct from Adri. Like we said, we had her on the channel. Applications are open for the first ever XGov Council cohort. Join the convo and apply today. Let's take a look here. As determined by the Community and Governance Period 13 voting session, the council election shall be conducted with a specialized general governance voting session. For the first time, the governance session will not incorporate rewards. That's right. So the last Gov cycle was the last rewards. Everything switched to node incentives now. But nevertheless, it will maintain its established structure to ensure an efficient and secure voting process with alignment of intentions. A 2-week commitment period followed by a 2-week voting period. So we're going to shorter periods with this as well. It's important to note. It's important to note that, consistent with governance periods, the process entails no financial risk. Governors must maintain wallet balances above their committed amounts for all 4 weeks to ensure vote validity. No slashing or other penalties will be applied. However, that address vote will be invalidated if the wallet balance falls below committed amount before. So the governance period coming up here. Now, the main decisions are that the full name of each XGov Council applicant must be publicly disclosed for accountability. XGov Council members retain the prerogative to submit grants contingent upon abstaining from voting on their proposals. Yeah, so no self-dealing. You can't vote on your own proposal. I could argue that maybe they would still have a influence if you're on the council and you're putting forth a proposal. I would actually say I would probably rather they didn't, but I can understand it would probably limit membership from developers if you weren't able to. So I can kind of understand where they're going with that. For each XGov Council member will receive a remuneration of 5,000 algos a year. I'd have to do the math on what that is, but it's probably about, let me think. Yeah, it's about $800 right now. It's about $800 in American money, I guess. So applications are open from April 4th for an expected period of at least 4 weeks. So you got a little time, but you might want to dally too much. Maximum of 13 elected councilors and 2 supplementary members. Now what happens after the election? Upon completion of the election process, the Exco Council will serve a term of 12 months barring exceptional circumstances. Once the council is settled, it will work to be able to develop a performance evaluation methodology with input from all council members. This will include a procedure for removing underperforming and or inactive council members as identified through performance evaluation and replacing them with supplemental members. The initial council may refine the specific protocols of this process once they're in place. So there you go. That's your Exco Council. The vote is open and you can do that now. So Nansen just released its half-year summary of how things are going on Algorand. I think it's worth taking a quick look at this. We're not going to dive too deep. Nansen is an AI company. And yeah, why don't we just dive in here? Algo Foundation is quietly making moves, says Nansen. 2 billion transactions processed, new real-time staking rewards. We know about that. Major partnerships in DeFi, RWAs, and decentralized identity. Is Algo comeback around the corner? We dive in our half-year report. Got a little missing word there. Some of the key developments: real-time staking rewards. Yeah, about 10 Algo. It's actually down a little bit, but pretty close to that per block. Decentralized identity, regional hackathons, and settlement. We try to get settlement on the channel. Settlement moves from Ethereum to Algorand, since development time in Algorand is 7 times faster than Ethereum. Not to mention the speeds in actually deploying things. TravelX tokenized airline tickets. We just addressed that. Lofty tokenized real estate. You also got the prediction market called Alpha Arcade, which is by the Lofty creators, by the way. And on-chain activity growing, although I have something from Kay that I find is really interesting. We'll look at that in a second. In fact, we'll do that now. So Kay uncovered this. He says, here's one of the most data, one of the most important data that many ignore. I'm looking at crypto developer activity dropping. And this was in general. So it's just bad in general. And then this is crypto. Look at 2022, really kind of peaked out and then just dropping off. And that was the same for crypto, and this is directly Algorand. So this is concerning. You know, just not as many people apparently are making commits. That's weekly commits, and that's weekly active developers. So there's some very good metrics with Algorand, but some that are just in the crypto industry as a whole is maybe a little bit alarming. Might also be why we're just not seeing major growth in crypto right now when we should be. Last but not least, I want to cover this because the notorious Conor McGregor is releasing a coin. Definitely not a scam. You know, it's just one more coin. We just don't need another coin. I wanted to bring this up though because Algorand is mentioned in it. So why don't we pull this up here? Conor says, I changed the fight game. I changed the whiskey game. I changed the stout game. Now it's time to change the crypto game. This is just the beginning. My God, do we ever not need crypto to be changed? I predict that actually absolutely zero aspects of the crypto game will be changed by another celebrity releasing a token that nobody needs or wants. But here's the interesting part. Neon Carnate here. Algorand is mentioned in this coin, as well as Tezos, Yellow IDG, KuCoin Labs. But Algorand being included in this, I think this is wild. I don't know what the point of this is though, or by what metric they're included, but yeah, apparently he's launching a coin, and I predict it will go just as well as Hawk Tua and Javier Malays and all the other coins out there. We just don't need another celebrity launching a coin. We just don't. And I don't know. I know Conor visited the White House recently. I don't know if that had anything to do with this. In one sense, it might be just bringing attention to himself prior to this coming out. I know he's really focused on some issues over in Ireland and was trying to bring that to Trump's attention. So might have something to do with that as well. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll have to dig in and see if we can find out what or how Algorand is involved in this. I probably would rather it wasn't, but sometimes these things turn out. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm Frugal BC. Hope you enjoyed this show today. I'm feeling a little bit down. Didn't have the best sleep last night, so apologies if the show wasn't up to my usual standards. But I think we still got some good stuff out there. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.